not a vampire, not an alien. I'm not the fucking mummy, I'm a goblin.
Greetings, Goblin Nation! Welcome to this review of We Summon the Darkness! It's a freaking metal movie kind of thing, like what if kind of thing. It's like one of those, like, let's make something dedicated to the metal people kind of thing. It's like a movie. It's not not much metal in it because they're like, you know what? We could have done metal, but we skip most of it kind of thing. But it is about three girls that's like, you know what? We're going to a metal concert. Three of them together and forever. They go to this metal concert, and they're three best friends, I guess, that love metal. They look like the part. They kind of thing. They have this all metal content. It's not a face. It's kind of thing. Their thing. Anyway, so they go to this metal concert where they find three other boys. It's like, this is gonna go wrong. Somebody's gonna be sacrificed. That's mostly what happens in metal movies, like some sacrificing going on, kind of thing after a metal concert or some kind of thing. It's always like, oh, we're loving metal. In movies like this, it's always like, we love metal, we doing thing, and they're taking it to 5 steps way too far kind of things. Like, we love hearing about satanic and cold stuff in metal music, not actually doing it! That kind of thing. There's always like this, that there's one metal fan that goes with this, with those hot guys, and then gets sacrificed to the devil. That's mostly what happens in movies like this. In this one, it doesn't, because the girls are the main characters. And instead of, okay, there's gonna be something wrong with those guys that they're now hanging out with, like going to their place, it's gonna be crazy! It's gonna be nuts! It's not gonna be good! We also find out on the radio there's this cult kind of thing, this satanic worshipper cult that's all over the world kind of doing something. And the girls are like, that's not us. That's not how we work. That is not us! That is not kind of thing. That's not how metal is, because that's like, metal is, you should not believe everything what the movie says. Anyway, they go to, they go with these guys. The guys are like kind of thing, and then the twist happens. Well, they're getting a little bit drunk, getting a little bit kind of thing. If there is this new girl in her group, in this group, there are only 2 now, there are 3, so it's like, it was not a group, there was a duo. Now it's a small group kind of thing. Anyway, so she doesn't feel right about this, but then we find out why she doesn't feel right about it. It's like, we're sisters, but now it's like, yeah, they're kind of gonna murder them. It's like, what are you doing? There is like, we summon the dark. I think the title of the name was not so good, because We Summon the Darkness is not a cult. I mean, it's kind of a cult. They've been brainwashed, the kind of thing. It's all this cult kind of thing, but the difference is, they don't do it, they just want to kill. And they want to look it like the cult did it. It's just the meaning to look like it, and there are groups of this. And we find out at the end of Alexandra, this one, she's kind of in, her father is kind of the man behind it all, this kind of faction of the thing. Well, yeah. So she kind of, she's, her father is kind of all behind it. Now she's, it was their turn to do something, and those guys, of course, because the third girl is like, no, maybe we should not do this. It's like, maybe this was wrong. Maybe this was not a good idea. Maybe this was like but I thought wasn't ready for something like this. But this is insane. I feel like a sacrificing kind of thing. It's not even a sacrifice. It's just killing. Because yeah, sure, but they're both crazy, insane. Alex and the blonde from Sabrina kind of thing. They're all crazy. They are all kind of thing. When they start killing, it's like, this is fun. They both have this crazy, and you can see that the third one is a little bit normal. I like this movie because of the point of view we see this of the villain. And like first in the movie, you think those 3 girls are gonna be the one sacrificed. You think those 3 girls are gonna be in trouble, and one only is gonna survive. That's what mostly happens. It's a horror kind of movie. That's what a metal horror kind of movie. That's what you're still gonna think. Hands up. They're all 3. 2 are crazy. The other one is like, I should not do this. Starts having double doubts, goes kind of thing. Then finds out like, okay. She's staying a little bit like, so one guy escapes. It got escalated. The cops come. Stepmother comes, and those 2 die. The 2 survivors of the 3 boys, they go into a kind of thing, try to stick in a closet, keep in the closet till they go on away, but they trying to spray it so they would stick, kind of thing, trying to get them out, doesn't work. And then the cop shows up, the stepmother shows up, they try to get out of there, and then the 3rd girl shows up, back up, is like, kind of thing, I got this thing! And she kind of tries to kill the friend. Eventually, she is then fighting. Eventually, those 2 escape to upstairs, the other 2 downstairs. And the guy escapes from the thing. First, they try to kill her. To kill also the girl that's like has a second opinion. It's like, no, I don't want to do this. A good thing, the guy saw that in time. Sure, his friends was like, wait. She was kind of trying to do it. Like, wait, what? Yeah, seriously? Now she is with us. Kind of, yeah, like. Yeah, a second thoughts you can have in a man. You can have it. I mean, I didn't kill anybody. Sure, I was here. And sure, I kind of thing. But you can see it. I didn't feel well with this whole statement. But this was not a good idea. This was a bad idea. So he gonna stay with the guy. She's gonna stay with the guy while the other guy is gonna try to get the keys for a car. But the car as Alexandra. And so she kind of... has this, so she goes to Alexander, tries to fight him off. Well, he kind of dies. He almost dies. He's almost dead on her. While that's going on, the other girl fights the other girl downstairs. Downstairs, he fights then Sabrina. I can't call her Sabrina because she plays Sabrina and thing. It's easier. I forgot their names in the movie. But whatever. So Sabrina has Psycho Sabrina is gonna go against the girl. It's like, yeah, shit, the kind of thing. And then it's like, you know what? Fire! Pff, her hair on fire. It's like, ah, fuck! Ah! She's on fire. She's on fire. Then one of the guys, I don't remember who and how, but one of the guys, I think the one that was a little bit weak, kind of thing, saw this. Went out, sees this man, is like, your daughter is crazy! It's like, don't worry, dead. Because the father is all was all behind this. So that was the father, he's back, he starts drinking while her daughter is being killed upstairs. And the other one just got on fire, so she goes then upstairs to help, kind of thing. Gets to the First, the father comes to like, you kind of did the kind of bad thing. You screwed up! You screwed up my daughter! You screwed up! And I don't like it when people screw up. It's like, how are we gonna fix it? I'm gonna fix it. I can fix this kind of thing. It was my you said the 3rd one was ready. No, she's not ready! Oh my god, she screwed up! I was screwed up. I kind of think, don't worry. And this was all, I mean, the media is already on us. So, I got this! You know why I took your house? Because you did it. I'm gonna make you can be responsible, and you're gonna be killing yourself. What a father of the year! It's like, what? And then the girl are good, bad girls became good. You know, are this one in the middle, and she's like, you know what? I'm gonna save her. She's like, and I was like, you saved me. She's like, that's good. Nope, she still tries to kill her, and then those two then, and one thing like And then one moment she's like, nope, eat! Whee! Throws her out the window. Through the window! And that broke a lot of our bones. And then the father is kind of there. He's unconscious. And now they're gonna go out with the guy that's still alive. The only guy that's still alive. Now he's stabbed. Yeah, with Alexander's fights kind of thing. They get into the car. And then Alexander is there kind of thing as her. And I was like, ow, ow, ow. She goes in front of the car. It's like that's gonna stop anything. I feel like, why does that even matter? In horror movies, you always see that, like, trying to go around it or kind of thing. They're like, you know what? Fuck it! Boom! Right! Smash her brains out with the car, kind of thing. And yeah, the next day on the news, the father is like, I know because he makes himself look like a religion kind of thing, a good guy. He makes himself like, it's so sorry that my daughter was this far gone, and my daughter was behind all of this, wanted to rebel against me like this. It feels so bad, kind of thing. And then the last one, survivor, with the guys like sees that as like, like you should not believe everything you see on TV. And that's true. That's the moral of the story. Don't believe everything you see, kind of thing. Because metal is not satanic. Juggalo music is not a gang. That's a whole other thing. It's not kind of thing related to that. There are just some not cases that goes a little bit too far. Just like there are killers, they're not just humans. They're not just people like you and me. There is something wrong with them. Just like in metal, just like in you cannot judge somebody just about the kind of thing. That's the moral of the story. Did I like it? Yes, I think it's an 8 out of 10. It's a very metal kind of. I think it's just one big little thing that I really didn't like. That's it's called We Summon the Darkness. There was no summoning. There was no kind of thing. They could have just called it the Cult of the Darkness, or the Cult of the Light, or but summoning. There was not. Yeah, sure, there was like a title behind it, and that's how they kind of thing. But they could have just called it the Cult, the kind of thing. I feel like We Summon the Darkness felt a little bit like a weird title for something that doesn't even get mentioned. Just written down on a thing, making it look like a cult kind of thing. They could have just called it the Cult of Darkness or something like that. Either way, I did enjoy it, so I give it an 8 out of 10. It's very metal. If you've seen like movies about metal kind of thing, this is really that. But instead of having the girl being sacrificed, it's the girls that are crazy this time. And they look good, they look kind of thing. And yeah, and it's cool that one of them really fall. You see that also the two girls, the other girls, are very nuts. By the ending, it's like, they're going nuts! And so I'm like, I like it! I like them nuts. I'm like, no! First I was like, they look sexy, they look good, but that's about it. Then they went nuts. I'm like, hey, can I have your number? I want a date. I'm like, I want, kind of thing. Sure, they're a little bit like, the father is an asshole, and I feel like also maybe I get also an issue by the father. Sure, he feels like he's set up for a sequel kind of thing, but I feel like you could have just not have him in there and have his father just show up on TV kind of thing, and that would be about it. Because I feel like it was stupid that he was there at the ending and did nothing besides saying that his daughter did really bad. I feel like that father didn't need to be in this movie. Sure, he's been mentioned, and sure you can mention him and on the ending on TV, but I don't feel like he should be been in the movie itself. But hey, that's just my opinion about this movie. I liked it. It was an 8 out of 10. It was not too awesome, but it was very like what you expect from a metal movie, kind of thing. Made a little bit of a twist that they're not a real cult. There is not this satanic worship, trying to sacrifice and grow to a thing. It's a little bit of a twist with that kind of thing that I kind of liked and kind of need like. Yeah, anyway, what's your thoughts about We Summon the Darkness? It's from 2018. Maybe you watched it, maybe you didn't, and maybe you're gonna watch it now. But I think if you love those metal movies, you're gonna enjoy it. Maybe not to a toppest, like, oh my god, this was the best movie ever! I like it, oh my god! I hope there are more of this. Maybe it's like, oh, this was a cool watch. Certainly on this times when everybody needs to almost stay inside, it would be a good movie to watch. Maybe that's the kind of day. Either way, I hope you enjoyed this review of the We Summoned the Darkness. And yes, I'm still terrible with names. That's why I'm like, this girl. Yeah, she plays Sabrina, so I'm gonna call her Sabrina. This girl plays actually. She plays in. I've seen her in a lot of things. I think those two are really good actresses. And the one that turned good is also good. Also, I think I see her somewhere else, but I cannot remember from where. Either way, I enjoyed this movie. And yes, the guy survived with the girl kind of thing. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you comment down below. And I hope you subscribe if you're new. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope to see you guys on the next one. On the Twisted Goblin. For all your reviews. Bye-bye.
And then the days got worse and worse, and now you see I've gone completely out of my mind.